Hello everyone, my name is Chu Chu. My student ID is A198790. Today I will share my personal contribution and findings from the assessment 3. Our group created a talk show called Workplace Talk Show in Scrum Gone Wrong. I played the role of Ella, the employee who got into trouble because of a few Instagram stories. In the next few minutes, I will tell you what I did and what I learned from this experience. Let me walk you through what I did and what I learned. First, let me walk you through my role in the group. I play the character Ella, the employee who casually posts the Instagram story and accidentally create a workplace storm. Besides played Ella, I also took charge of the connection real-life case, new story about employee who faced serious consequences because of social media posts. For example, I found a case where people were fired for posting office selfies with confidential scream in the background or for complaining about their boss on the public account. This real example gave us materials. So we used them to build our show's scenarios like the dangerous post challenge, so that every joke and one came from something that actually happened to real employees. Through this creative process and our research, I came up with the three important findings. First, emotions are the biggest trigger. Why Ella posted those stories? Because she was stressed. Meeting, bad coffee, a not good boss. These small things were we emotionally charged, make us really want to post something. But that's exactly when we are least rational and most likely to see something we will regret later. And as Lucy said, don't post when you're angry. I checked the data and about 80% of the social media backfires are impulsive posts, and by the time you want to delete, it's already too late. Second, only friend is an illusion. Ella thought that since she hadn't aided her boss wouldn't see it. But our HR manager Mia dropped a bombshell. Your boss doesn't follow you, but your boss still find out. Why? Because screenshot forwarding and multi-level sharing can turn a private post into a public one. We found a case where an employee took a selfie in the office and the click information appeared in the background. A lawyer took a screenshot. So my takeaway is never trust your private setting, and once it's out there, it's out. Last, we had to balance the professional image with the personal express. Many people think after work I'm just me, not my company. But if you are wearing your company uniform or filming in front of the office or even just making your college wonder, is she talking about me? Isn't no longer personal. Look at Lily. She posted nothing, yet she got caught in the by boss simply because she said closeness to the coffee machine. This shows that use social media activity affect the whole team. It shaped your own professional reputation. So, what did I learn from this whole experience? To be honest, I learned that posting a social media is like speaking into a microphone light never turn off. You never know who listening and who will reply it later. I used to think Instagram was just for fun, but now I see it can affect my career, my team, and even my future opportunities. That's why I create three personal rules that I will follow on now. First one, never post when I emotional, whether it's anger or even extreme tiredness. And the second one is always check the background before taking any official photo. And the last one is the boss test. Before I click share, I picture my boss and a click to looking at the post. This rule might feel like the extra work, but after researching all those real-life disasters, I know they're worth it. So In the end, social media gives us a voice, but it's also leaving a trail. Make sure your trail leads where you want to go. Thanks for your watching.
Hello everyone, my name is Wu Zhangyu. Today I want to talk about my part in our group talk show. Our show was about social media at work. In the show, I played the HR manager. So let me tell you what I did and what I learned. First, let me talk about my role. I played the HR manager. At first, the role looks very serious. An HR manager talks about rules and company policy, but actually, my character was funny too. I had to say funny lines, but with a serious face. That was the fun part. I couldn't laugh, even when the lines were funny. So I needed to stay calm and speak in a serious way. It was a small acting challenge, and I really enjoyed it. Next, let me talk about what I did for the team. I did two main things. The first thing was preparing for my role. I played the HR manager, so I wanted to sound real. I studied how a real HR manager speaks. I watched some videos online to learn the tone. Then I practiced my lines again and again at home. I read them out loud many times. I also practiced in front of a mirror, so I could check my face and my hands. Sometimes I recorded myself on my phone and listened again. If a word sounded wrong, I will practice that one more. I watched every line to sound clear and natural. The second thing was helping the team. I was the team coordinator. This means I organized our rehearsals. I made a group chat and I asked everyone for their free time. Then I made a simple plan and I told everyone when and where to meet. I also sent reminders so nobody forgets. When someone was not sure about their lines, I helped them practice. If we had a small problem, we talked about it and fixed it together. I tried to keep the project moving forward, so we didn't fall behind. Of course, we also had a problem. This is our final year, so everyone was very busy. People had classes, internships, and other assignments. It was really hard to find one time when everyone was free. We needed to film together, but our free times were all different. So what did I do? I kept talking to everyone. I asked about their free time again and again. Step by step, I found a time that worked for all of us. In the end, we filled the show together. So what did I get from this project? I got two big things. The first one is my English. Before this project, I was a little shy. I didn't like speaking English in front of people. But for this show, I had to practice a lot and I said my lines many times. Slowly, my pronunciation got better. I learned how to say some hard words more clearly. I also learned to speak with more feeling, not like a robot. Now I feel much more confident. Speaking in front of a camera is not so scary for me anymore. For me, this is a big change. The second thing is teamwork. I learned how to work with other people and bring them together. As a coordinator, I learned how to listen to everyone. People are busy and people have different ideas, so I learned to be patient and to stay calm. I also learned that every small job is important. If one person is late or not ready, it slows down the whole team. The good communication really matters. I think these skills, speaking, teamwork, and patience, will help me a lot in my future job. Okay, I think this project was good, but I can still do better. There are three things I want to improve. First, my pronunciation. Some words are still hard for me, so I want to keep practicing them. Second, I want to speak more fluently. I want my speaking to sound smooth and natural. And third, next time I will start earlier. If we rehearse earlier, we will have more time to practice and feel relaxed. Okay, so that is my part in our team project. I played the HR manager. I helped organize the team and I learned a lot. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Hello, this is my individual assignment. I'm Zhang Weiyun. In assignment 3, I worked as a camera operator. My main responsibility was operating the camera, switching close-up shots, and capturing the actors' facial experiences and reactions during the talk show. Because this was a talk show, the conversations changed very quickly, and different speakers took turns talking. Therefore, I needed to stay focused at all times and change the camera angle at the right moment. During filming, I frequently switched to close-up shots to show the speaker's emotions. For example, when a guest was speaking or making a joke, I quickly focused on their facial experience. I also captured the reactions of the other guests because these reactions made the program more interesting and, and entertaining. Besides operating the camera, I worked closely with my teammates to make sure every important moment was recorded smoothly. I believe my camera work helped improve the overall quality and the visual effect of the talk show. The biggest challenge was reacting quickly. Sometimes several people spoke one after another, so I had to predict who would speak next and switch the camera smoothly without missing important moments. Another challenge was choosing the most suitable shot. I needed to decide whether to use a close-up shot, a media shot, or a wider shot based on the conversation and the emotions of the speakers. I also needed to stay focused while communicating with the director and another team members. Good teamwork was very important because everyone had to work together to make the filming process smooth and successful. Also, it was challenging. This experience helped me improve my confidence and my ability to make quick decisions during filming. Assignment 3 was a valuable learning experience for me. These projects taught me that close-up shots are very important in a talk show because they help the audience clearly see the speaker's emotions and reactions. A close-up can show feelings such as happiness, surprise, embarrassment, or excitement. These experiences help the audience understand the conversation better and make the program more engaging and enjoyable to watch. Through this project, I also improved my camera operating skills, my ability to stay focused, my decision making skills, and my teamwork. I learned that being a camera operator is not only about recording videos but also telling a story through different camera shots. Overall, this experience gave me a better understanding of television production and helped me become more confident in practical filming. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jingyan, and today I would like to present my personal contribution to our assignment 3, titled Workplace Talk Show Instagram Gone Wrong. The purpose of this project was to explore people's opinion about social media, especially Instagram, and to understand how online behavior can influence communication and relationships. In this presentation, I will explain my role in the project, the work I completed, the interview process, the finding we collected, and finally, what I learned from this experience. For this project, I was mainly responsible for the street interview section. My responsibilities include planning the interviews, preparing questions, interviewing participants, collecting their options, and summarizing the interview findings. I was worked together with my teammates to make sure the interview process was very organized. Before the interview started, we discussed what information we wanted to collect and how to communicate with participants politely and clearly. This participation helps us complete the interview more effective and made participants feel comfortable sharing their options. My first task was to prepare suitable interview questions. I tried to make the questions simple and easy to understand so that participants could answer naturally. Next, I selected a suitable interview location where there was enough students and members of the public. I also selected participants from different backgrounds because I wanted to hear different options instead of only one point of view. Before recording, I checked the recording equipment and made sure the camera and microphone worked properly. During the preparation stage, I also communicate with my teammates to divide our responsibilities clearly. Good preparation helped us save them and reduce problems during filming. During the interview, I greeted each participant politely and briefly explained the purpose of our project. Then I asked the interview question clearly and gave participants enough time to think before answering. While they were speaking, I listened carefully and encouraged them to explain their options in more detail whenever necessary. I also guided the conversation naturally so that the interviews remained focused on our topic. After each interview, I thanked the participants for their time and cooperation. Although some people were shy or in a hurry, most participants were willing to share their experience and options with us. Overall, the interview process went smoothly because we prepared well for filming. From the interviews, we discovered that people have different options about using Instagram. Some participants believed that social media is a good platform for sharing ideas and experiencing personal options. Others thought that people should be more careful because careless posts or comments can hurt other people and sometimes cause misunderstandings. Many participants agreed that everyone should have freedom of expression, but they also believe that online freedom should come with responsibility. Another interesting finding was that many people felt others should think carefully because posting anything online, because information on the internet can spread very quickly. These responses helped us better understand how people view responsible social media use. This project gave me more valuable experience. First, it improved my communication skills because I had the opportunity to speak with different people and ask questions confidently. Second, it increased my confidence in conducting interviews and speaking in front of others. I also learned that careful planning is very important because good preparation makes the interview process much smoother. Besides that, I learned how important teamwork is. Everyone in the group had different responsibility and we needed good communication to complete the project successful. Overall, I really enjoyed participating in this project. It was not only a good learning experience, but also helped me develop practical skills that will be useful in my future media and communication work. Thank you very much for your listening.
Hello everyone, I'm Tang Qingwen. Today I would like to share my personal contribution and the findings for my group assignment 3. For our group worked together to product a talk show. The themes of our talk show was the Instagram gone wrong. The story shows how one mistake on the Instagram can create problems at the work and affect other people. In this project, I had two main responsibilities. First, I helped to organize the recording by finding a suitable studio and communicating with the studio owner. Second, I played a role of Lily, a co-worker in our talk show. Now, I will explain my contribution in more detail. For me, my first contribution was helping my group prepare for the recording. I searched for a suitable place and finally chose Cool Studio in the Kajang. I chose this studio because it has a comfortable environment and is suitable for filming a TV talk show. After choosing the studio, I connected the studio owner. I discussed the recording date, recording time, and the number of the participants. By preparing everything early, our team could focus on the filming without worrying about the venue. I think good planning is very important because it helps the whole team work more efficiently. Besides helping with the preparation, I also acted as Lily, a co-worker. Lily is a rational and straightforward person. She is not afraid to speak her mind. She often uses funny and sarcastic comments to respond to Ella. In the story, Lily is affected by Ella's mistakes, so she becomes the innocent victim. My responsibility was create a funny moments and make the audience laugh. Through this role, I learned how to express the emotions and work with my group member during the performance. From this assignment, I learned many useful skills. First, I learned that communication is very important. I needed to communicate clearly with the studio owners and my team members. Second, the teamwork is the key to completing a successful project. Everyone had different responsibilities, and we helped each other during the recording. I also learned that the good preparation can save the time and produce and reduce the problems. Finally, acting in front of the camera made me more confident and improved my English speaking skills. To conclude, this assignment was a very meaningful experience for me. I contributed behind the sessions by finding the recording studio and arranging the recording schedule. I also contributed in front of the camera by playing the role of Lily. This project helped me improve my communication, teamwork, planning, and confidence. I also learned that every team member plays an important role in a successful project. Thank you very much for your listening.
Hello everyone, today I'd like to share my role in the talk show production, reflection on production experiences. My name is Tian Jiaming and my matrix number is A199300. And here is the outline about my presentation. Number 1 is introduction. Number 2 is work 1 script writing, work 2 hosting and interaction, workplace skills applied, and the last one is reflection. First, I would like to introduce my contribution to our talk show project, Workplace Talk Show, Instagram Gone Wrong. This project was designed as a workplace-themed talk show that explored common issues among young employees, how social media posts can affect workplace relationships and the professional image. Through humorous conversations and different guest perspectives, our program discussed the balance between self-expression and responsibility in the digital area. In this project, I mainly contribute to script writing, hosting, guest interaction management, technical coordination, and camera planning. Now I would like to briefly share my experiences and reflection. My first responsibility was writing parts of the script. When developing the script, I wanted the audience to feel entertained while also reflecting on workplace behavior. Instead of creating a formal discussion, I used the humorous dialogue and relatable situations to making the topic easier to understand. For example, lines such as, "This meeting could be an email and the hardest working employee is the coffee machine," was designed to create humor while reflecting common workplace experiences. At the same time, I control the pacing of each scene to maintain audience attention and keep the discussion engaging. Through this process, I learned that writing for media is not simply presenting information. The way ideas are organized, the tone of expression, and the use of humor can influence how audiences understand and respond to message. I also realized that effective communication means making serious topics more accessible and encouraging audiences to reflect rather than simple reflection information. Another important responsibility was serving as the host. As the host, I introduced the topics, connected different scenes, and controlled the discussion rhythm. Because our guests represented different perspectives, including employees, HR, and psychology professionals, I needed to make sure each character had balanced speaking opportunities. To create a more engaging atmosphere, I intentionally applied different communication and presentation techniques during the program. For example, I used vocal variation by adjusting tone, speaking speed, and emphasis to match different situations and highlight humorous moments. I also maintained eye contact with guests and the audience to create a stronger sense of connect and interaction. In addition, I used body language and facial expressions to make the conversation feel more natural and energetic rather than simply reading from a script. These techniques helped improve audience engagement and supported smoother communication throughout the program. Reflecting on this talk show project, I realized that media production is closely connected to workplace skills and professional communication. As a media student, this experience allowed me to apply communication techniques in a practical environment rather than only learning them in theory. Through script writing, I learned how to organize content, express viewpoints clearly, and adjust message according to audience understanding and engagement. As the host, I practiced professional communication by managing discussions, maintaining interaction, and using vocal delivery, body language, and eye contact to create a more effective presentation. Working with the team members during recording also strengthened my coordination and collaboration skills, as producing a talk show requires clear communication and shared responsibility. In addition, unexpected situations during filming helped me become more adaptable and improve my ability to respond under pressure. Overall, this project showed me that successful communication in the workplace is not only about delivering information, but also helped understanding people, managing interaction, and creating meaningful connections. This talk show project allowed me to apply media communication skills in a practical workplace context. Beyond producing content, I learned the importance of clear communication, teamwork, adaptability, and audience engagement throughout the production process. This experience helped me better understand how effective media practice combines creativity with professional communication. And that's all. Thank you for your listening.
Hi, my name is Lin Caiqi, A199104. Today, I will present my personal contribution and findings from Assignment 3. Our group title is Workplace Talk Show, Instagram Gone Wrong. It was a talk show about Instagram, workplace complaints, and responsibility. The main issue we discussed was whether employees should complain about work on social media and how online posts might create problems in the workplace. In the talk show, I performed as Lucy, a workplace physiologicalist. However, in this individual presentation, I will not only talk about Lucy as a character, I will focus on what I personally contribute to the whole project, including preparation, content understanding, performance, teamwork, and what I learned from the assignment. Before recording, I joined the group discussion and helped understanding the direction of our topic. Our group decided to use a talk show performance because it made the issue more interesting and natural. I prepared my own part as Lucy, a workplace physiological. I need to understand why employees may post about work when they feel stressed or emotional. I also practice my pronunciation, tone, and timing, so my part could connect smoothly with the other characters. Therefore, my preparation was not only memorizing lines, but also understanding the topic, practicing deliver, and cooperating with my group members. My main content contribution was providing a physiological perspective. Through Lucy part, I explained that employees may complain online because they are stressed, tired. Social media can become a quick place for emotional release. One key idea was that many people treat Instagram like a diary, but a diary does not take screenshots. This shows that social media may feel private, but is not completely private. I also help give practical advice. Do not post immediately when angry. Take a break, talk to a friend, or wait for a few hours before posting. This can reduce unnecessary workplace conflict. Because Assignment 3 was a talk show, I cannot just read the script in a flat tone. I need to present my lines clearly and make me speaking sound natural. During the recording, I try to use proper pauses, clearly pronunciation, and suitable tone. Since Lucy Rowe gave advice from a physiological perspective, I need to sound clean and professional, but not too serious. I also try to follow the flow of the conversation so that my part could connect smoothly with other group members. Another important point was integration. In a talk show, the audience should feel that the speaker are having a real conversation. Therefore, I try to respond naturally to the private speaker and avoiding sounding like I was only reading. This process helped me practice vocal projection, pronunciation, enunciation, and articulation. For my reflection, this assignment helped me improve my presentation skills. Before recording, I spent time practicing my pronunciation and articulation. Since the talk show was in English, I need to make sure that my words were clear and easy to understand. I also pay attention to my tone, pauses, and vocal projection, so my speaking would not sound too flat. Another thing I focused on was interaction. Because this was a talk show, I could not just read my lines. I need to listen to the previous speaker, respond naturally, and make me part connect smoothly with the group discussion. Through this process, I learned that the group presentation is not only about the script. Delivery is also very important. Clear pronunciation, natural interaction, purple pawns, and confidence can make the messenger more efficient. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Jiang Linzu. Today I will share what I learned this semester about entering the workplace, especially how my spoken English and presentation skills have improved. This course prepares us for our first workplace experience. We learned to write a clear, focused resume and to relax the professionally introducing or service confidently and keeping small talking a priority around colleagues and managers. But what impacted me most was learning to speak, specifically diaphragmatic breathing. Breathing from the diaphragm stand off shallowly from the chest gave the voice more support, more control, and more clear projection. Before this course, I spoke clear and quietly whenever I was nervous, especially in English, and my breath would run out halfway through a sentence. Through consistent practice with diaphragmatic breathing, I will notice a real difference. Talking a breath for my diaphragm first lets me speak an entire sentence smoothly and confidently, with steady volume and clear pronunciation. I practiced by reading passings aloud and passing naturally between phrases instead of gasping for air. These skills go far beyond this presentation. In interviews, meetings, and everyday conversations, how we speak matters as much as what we say. Clear confidence, delivery making people trust you and take you seriously. I'm using everything I practiced right now. Steady breathing, controlling passings, and clear enunciation. This semester taught me that being ready for the workplace is just about my resume. It's about how I present myself and how clearly I communicate. This is something I will keep practicing well beyond this class. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Yang Ying. Today, I will introduce my personal contribution to Assignment 3. My responsibility in this project was to be the street interview phone cameraman. In this presentation, I will talk about my job, the problems I faced, the solutions I used, and what I learned from this assignment. First, I would like to explain my job. Before shooting, I checked my phone battery and the storage. I also cleaned the camera lens to make sure the video was clear. These small preparations helped us avoid problems during filming. During the shooting, my main job was to record the street interviews. I made sure every interviewee was inside the frame and easy to see. I also checked the sound because good audio is very important for interview videos. While recording, I tried to keep the phone steady by holding it with both hands. When necessary, I changed my position to get a better camera angle. After shooting, I sorted all the video clips. I watched each video and deleted blurry or unnecessary clips. This makes the editing process easier for my teammates. Although I only use a mobile phone, I learned that careful shooting is more important than expensive equipment. During the shooting, I faced the three main problems. The first problem was strong sunlight. Sometimes the sunlight made the interviewees' faces too dark because of the shadows. To solve this problem, we moved under the trees or found places with softer light. The second problem was shaky footage. Since we filmed the outside, my hands sometimes became tired and the video was not stable. I held the phone with both hands, moved slowly, and sometimes leaned the phone against a wall to make the video more stable. The third problem was background noise. These were cars, motorcycles, and many people talking around us. These sounds made it difficult to hear the interview. To solve this problem, I held the phone closer to the interviewees and sometimes waited until the environment became quieter. This experience taught me that outdoor filming needs practice and quick thinking. Finally, I would like to share what I learned. My contribution to this project was shooting and sorting all the street interview videos. Through this assignment, I learned how to record more stable videos and better sound using only a mobile phone. I also learned how to choose a better shooting position and how to solve problems during filming. Besides filming skills, I also improved my teamwork and communication skills. My group members and I worked together and completed our project successfully. This assignment gave me more confidence in video production, and I believe these skills will help me in future media projects. In conclusion, this assignment was a very meaningful experience for me. It helps me improve my filming skills and taught me the importance of teamwork. Thank you for listening. That's all for my presentation.
Hi everyone. Today I will introduce my personal contribution to our Assignment 3 group project. Our project is called Workplace Talk Show Instagram Gongru. It is a talk show about whether employees should express their opinions about work on social media and how people can balance personal freedom and workplace responsibility. In this project, my main responsibility were designing the running order, coordinating the filming process, and editing the final video. First, my contribution was creating the running order of our talk show. Because our project was designed as a talk show instead of a normal presentation, we needed a clear structure to guide the audience. I organized the sequence of different sections, including the opening, guest introduction, discussion, street interview, interactive challenge, and final conclusion. At the beginning, we introduced the main question: is Instagram really a private space or can it become a workplace issue? After that, different characters share different opinions from different perspectives, such as the employees, HR managers, and workplace psychologists. I decided the follow to make the discussion develop naturally and keep the audience instead of. Through this process, I learned that a good structure is very important because it helps the audience follow the story and understand the main message more easily. Second, I contributed to the filming process. Our talk show included different parts such as studio conversation and street interviews. so filming required careful planning and coordination. Before recording, we needed to organize the order of scenes and make sure every team member understood their role. During filming, I helped coordinate the process and check whether the scenes match our original plan. One challenge was making our video look like a real talk show instead of a simple classroom recording. Therefore, we pay attention to the arrangement of scenes, communication between team members, and the overall presentation style. This experience helped me understand that teamwork and presentation are essential for completing a successful project. Third, I was responsible for video editing and post-production. After filming, I organized all the recorded mergers and combined them into the final video. Editing was not only about putting different clips together, I also needed to consider the pacing, transition, and storytelling effect. For example, jokes and audience reaction needed suitable pauses to create a better viewing experience. I adjust the order of clips, improve the connection between different scenes, and try to make the final video more natural and engaging. Through this process, I improved my technical skills and also learned that acting is a way of communicating ideas and emotions. Okay, finally, I would like to share my findings and reflection from this project. Through this experience, I learned that a successful project requires more than just good performance. First, planning is the foundation of the teamwork. A clear running order helps our team understand the direction of the project and complete each stage more efficiently. Second, communication is very important when working in a group. From script planning, filming to editing, every step requires collaboration between the team members. Finally, I realized that small details can influence the audience experience. The way we arrange scenes, edit videos, and present information can change how people understand the story. Overall, this project improved my skills in organization, communication, and video production. It also helped me understand the importance of behind-the-scenes work in creating a successful presentation. Thank you for listening.